Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be doing a how I stay organized / motivated as a PhD student. So if you, a couple of you have asked during my vlogs where I kind of go into my grant writing that I've been doing for my PhD, like how I stay organized and like motivated and all that stuff. So I've come up with 5 tips that I think are essential in just not only being a successful PhD student but just in a student in general. So I like my education, I feel like is a little different than like kind of the standard one. So I double majored during my undergrad, so I have a bachelor's of science in biomedical engineering and a bachelor of arts in anthropology. I have a master's of science in orthotics and prosthetics, and then I'm currently in my PhD for biomedical engineering. So I'm kind of like all over the place. I have a good combination of like clinical engineering, arts and sciences. So this is a tried and true like tips and tricks that I swear by. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other tips and tricks, let us know in the comments below, because I think it's always good to kind of see different viewpoints and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So this one I think is really important. It's to have a designated work area. So previously in my old room I had my desk, or like in my old setup of my room, I had my desk in my room before I got my bookshelves, and that was my designated work area. But now I have my newer desk that I had in my apartment and my older desk in a mega desk kind of setup, and that's where I solely do my work. And I really like having that designated area because it allows me not only to stay organized and have that stuff like at that location, but it also allows me to, when I'm in my room or I'm at someplace else, like out of that work area, it allows me to kind of decompartmentalize and just kind of step away from that. And I think that's important as well. It allows me also, because it is that like one work area, just to keep it more organized as well, and it's just a little bit better. It's not like chaos down there, but I think that's really important, just having that one area that you know that's where you get your work done, and then when you go somewhere else it's a little bit like you can kind of unwind a little bit. So tip number 2 is to invest in some sort of agenda book. So you can either do this digitally, but I like having things written down. So I actually technically have 3. I have 2 Erin Condren ones and then a bullet journal. So I have my bullet journal here. These are kind of like my monthly goals, and I really like doing that. Keeps everything organized. I do like my habit tracker, all that fun stuff, but it kind of has like a monthly spread of like things that happen that month. And I also have a to-do list for things that need to be done that month, and then goals, like things like personal goals, work goals, all that stuff. And I have it all in here, and like a spending log. That's how I kind of do it here, but I really like this setup. It's been really useful. I've been using a bullet journal for 3 years now, and I really love it. And then I also have 2 Erin Condren notebooks. One is a monthly spread that I use for like planning out my YouTube videos, and then I have the weekly one here, and then I just kind of can at like basically the beginning of each week I sit down and I write things that I need to accomplish that week on certain days, and this helps me stay organized. I'm always on top of things, and I really rely on this. Like, I love this thing so much. Even though these are a little bit pricey, you can get cheaper ones at Walmart that are basically the same thing. I prefer the weekly spread and horizontal instead of the vertical ones, but I really love this, and I think it's really essential if you want to stay on top of things to either have like an agenda book like this or kind of like a digital version on your phone. So this kind of ties into what I already said, but it is to plan your week in advance and like things you need to accomplish. So like I said, every Monday I sit down and I go through things that I would like to get done on certain days. I plan out things, and then I put little checkbox by it, and then once I finish it I check it off, and I really like that. And this kind of ties into tip number 4, which is set daily goals. So besides like planning out kind of the general layout of each week, each day I will go down and sit down and be like, okay, what are my goals for today? And so I set those, and then like I'm very much like, I have an obsessive personality and I'm very much like this, so that's what motivates me. If I can check that off, like, I feel really good, and if I don't, like, I actually really stress out about it. So that's like my motivator as well. So I kind of do that in here, and I really really like this setup. And then also if you have assignments as well, I do this same similar setup as well. And tip number 5 is find what keeps you motivated. And I think this is something I've learned recently with recent life events, is that if you are not passionate about something, you're not going to be motivated to do it. And especially like with my residency, that's what I learned. Like I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't passionate about it. For this stuff that I'm doing, the grant writing, like going back to school, I'm so passionate about it. I'm excited to do it, and that's what keeps me motivated, is because, you know what, I'm doing something that I love, and when else am I going to have the opportunity to work on this type of project or work with these people again? So that's what keeps me really motivated and passionate about what I'm doing. And it was a really harsh reality realizing that when I was in my residency and I like thought this is what I was wanting to do, I was not passionate about it. And that's like a really, like, it takes a lot of self-reflection to realize that, and I think that's really important. And I was very fortunate where I was like, okay, and I set myself a mission to be like, you know what, going back to school, getting my PhD, doing research, that's what I really love. And so that's like, I was lucky that I was like, I know what I want to do, and so I set out and did it, and everything just fell into place. So you need to find what keeps you motivated, whether you chose the wrong major or wrong career. Like, I've had both of those. I originally was a mechanical engineering student, and then I ended up switching it before the start of my first semester, but I'm very happy that I did, because I do not like mechanical engineering. I love anatomy and like engineering like combined, so that's what worked for me. So I think it's okay to kind of realize, you know, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, and just accept that and kind of move on and see how you can improve on that. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, if you have any tips and tricks and all of that fun stuff, please let me know down below. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.